Joining me now is the Patels. I have Chitra Prasad Patel, who is a contemplative coordinator, and I have Dr. Vim Patel, who is a physical counselor at the Evolve, is it Evolve Health Center or Evolve Health?
It's Evolve Personal Health.
Evolve Personal Health. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk about a topic that's new, but it's not really new. This is something that's been kind of evolving as time goes on, concierge medicine. So concierge medicine, give us a little background. Why do we have this new era, and what's the benefits for it?
Well, we are seeing a lot of constraint within the current medical system on both the physician side and on the patient side. So due to a reaction of this, a lot of physicians have opted to go the concierge route, which is basically a retainer-based service or a membership-based service. Mm-hmm. They don't normally use the traditional insurance route as patients are used to. There are hybrid models as such, but the most common one is simply a membership-based where they have no insurances, in essence, cutting out the middleman.
Sure. And patients themselves, benefits for them. What's the benefit?
Well, the patients have tremendous amounts of benefit when you get rid of the middleman. There's a lot involved with simply the processing, that in-between phase. Mm-hmm. Patients get increased time. You get full attention and access from the physician. So at Evolve, we understand that the way patients are taken care of in this current state, you have about 10 minutes with your doctor when you go in. Mm-hmm. In that time, they have to diagnose your physical ailment. They have to do all the charting that they need to do, write any prescriptions, and it leaves no time for any active listening for the patients on what their concerns are. So understanding this, we have created Evolve where we put the patient first. Mm-hmm.
So I think the other benefit, is that you're allowing medicine to actually be expanded. We're talking about different services, different opportunities. What is your idea of what the concierge medicine should offer to the patients?
So we think introspection is so important to health, to really focus on the inner perspective, your mindset, a positive outlook, being compassionate. These are all things that manifest to your physical health greatly. And what we do is we're combining other services such as life coaching, nutritional counseling, really addressing other parts, the whole person, not just the physical or just the mental. So it's about modifications and really having meaningful conversation.
So what's the average length of your appointments? You're saying 10 minutes for the average doc. What do you guys do as an average time? I'm sure lesser and more each time.
Well, at Evolve, we give the patient unlimited time. Mm-hmm. In essence, we can block off an hour for you, but if you need more than an hour, our time is your time.
And as far as the membership costs, they get one visit a month, 2 visits a month?
We have essentially had it open for as many visits as you want. It's unlimited.
Sure. Now we know that a lot of medicine has some issues with, medicine is medicine, and we have limitations.
Sure.
Having the ability to take into introspective thought and then take in counseling and doing the initial piece, what do you see as the biggest benefit or group of benefits that you would see for your patients? Let's say maybe a diabetic patient, maybe a heart failure patient.
So we take a more multidimensional approach here.
Mm-hmm.
When we go into our regular physician's office, it's either a prescription for, let's say, metformin when we're talking about diabetes. Understanding that a patient is simply more than just that prescription that you give them. I've taken it upon myself as we have developed this concept. I've become a life coach as well as a personal fitness trainer. Mm-hmm. So we can look at a disease state and treat it from a multimodality approach. I can tell you different exercises to do versus taking your metformin, as well as a nutritional advice that our nutritional counselor can do, as well as stress reduction techniques that will allow you to cope better with the disease state.
And do you offer other services? What are some of the other services you offer? Any acupuncture, any thought patterns along those lines, or mostly traditional medicine?
Sure. No, we have taken into account the need for different approaches to health, and so we offer massage therapy, we offer yoga classes, we offer educational classes. Mm-hmm. We have a very unique space on West El Prado, 4221 West El Prado. We have taken into account the formula that Jeff Vinnick has set forth with the Well District. Mm-hmm. We feel that we're an active engine in participating with those with our clients in Tampa. We can actively change the mindset to which Jeff Vinnick has proposed in creating the future of Tampa.
So you look at it as more of a community-based piece. You're giving back to the
Absolutely.
community through the education, taking care of patients.
Absolutely.
The counseling portion of it, let's go a little bit more into that introspective, because it sounds interesting when we go into that part. What is it that you can offer someone who has a chronic disease? Let's do the simplest piece as far as what do you think's good for them? How do they think of it as different?
Well, I think that when we talk about the importance of meaningful conversation, we really are addressing someone's outlook. What is their mindset about themselves? How open are they in utilizing other methods that you don't typically get at a doctor's office? And that it's sort of the placing the importance on that human touch, that personal relationship. And so a lot of what we do is not just counseling, but it is hand-holding. No one should feel isolated and alone while they're going through anything. And so when you can address a condition as someone who, you know, is feeling all of it yourself, I mean, to have somebody who is your kind of 24/7 counselor is a tremendous help.
Sure.
And I think that it helps with the physical aspect as well as mentally feeling you're not alone, being able to creatively bounce ideas off of somebody else. And again, it goes back to really having an opportunity to listen, to have somebody listen to you.
To help navigate their way through a complicated case.
That's right.
So in the last few seconds, tell me about all the list of things that you offer through Evolve. All the different therapies and everything else. Just give them a rundown real quick of what you have. You have introspective, you have regular medicine.
So we are a concierge practice, but our focus is on coaching. So we have health coaching, nutritional coaching, as well as introspective or life coaching. We also offer a lot of educational services where we will have physicians and healthcare experts come into our space. We have mindfully developed this space in its layout, in its lighting, in its design to really get a sense of peace throughout. So we offer everything inclusive of the physician to get one to be better.
Sounds like an interesting concept. I know concierge medicine is evolving into more specific, broader, and we allow the patients to have a better medical home, a place for them to feel comfortable, be able to navigate their sickness and understand it better. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shep.